Driz, what's the deal?
What's good, yo?
Digi, Miami right
Digi
now.
Driz, Meriden, Connecticut. I'm here with my team, Catch Up. You already know, representing. First out of CT to do the CT shit. Trying to really start this movement the right way, build a good platform and shit like that.
Yeah, now I travel all over the world, and I don't really hear too many people being from Connecticut.
Yeah, Connecticut is small, but it's a lot of rich kids there. I would say that you got your poverty too, out in like certain areas, but we're from Meriden, Connecticut, so it's like a little mixture of both. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got your suburbs in Meriden, you got, you know, everywhere got their own like poverty, different shit.
Yeah. Now when I hear about Connecticut, I hear about, you know, New Haven. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I know Mari shoots a lot of his shows there.
Yeah.
So that's really all I know about Connecticut. But what goes on in Connecticut? Right.
Yeah. So nightlife, that's a big thing. Casino life, that's a big thing. We got some casinos. We got Foxwoods, Mohegan. So like niggas like to gamble, go spend their money, try to double up, triple up, whatever.
Yeah.
Hit the strip club. There's a few clubs. We have a lot of artists come and do shows out there too, like from other places. Toad's Place. We opened up at Toad's Place before for Shy Glizzy and shit. So.
He never made it though to the concert. They was in there fighting, so he never got off the tour bus. His manager came in there.
Facts. Now, is there gang culture in Connecticut?
I mean, a little bit more so in like the areas like New Haven and Hartford and shit like that, Bridgeport. Meriden though, Meriden's just chill. It's a lot of
small city,
a lot of
small city, big dreams.
More ballers out there, like football players, basketball.
Only three high schools out there.
Only three.
Yeah, that's it.
In your city.
In our city.
Okay. 3 high schools.
Right now, I mean, as far as hip hop goes, nobody has really just made it mainstream from Connecticut.
We got a couple people like
I said before,
who set a little bit of platform for Connecticut. I don't know if you ever heard of Chris Webby or Jitto on the track.
Definitely.
They like for real, Jitto on the track. I was in high school. I saw him go on tour. He was meeting Drake. Like, he was on tour with Drake and shit like that. And that really like gave me the first motivation to like really want to start spitting. I'm like, you know, a kid from Southington, that's the next town over. He's doing big things, so I was like, you know, that it can't be too far off from what I want to do eventually and shit like that. So they set the platform, but like we fuck with niggas like from New Haven, like IB and shit like that.
Yeah, IB Trizzy, IB Dub.
So this is a group right here.
Yeah, this is our group.
This is our group. The exception of two, we got our boy Keith. He couldn't make it. GTD, he couldn't make it, and our boy Jeff.
Like an
they had sophistications that they couldn't come through, and our boy Trellyville, but they still in CT holding it down. So we
Charlie and
just came
Snoop
out
too.
Charlie and Snoop. You already know. So my brother Lee Wop in Maine. You know my brother Lee Wop in Maine. That's my older brother. Like we're the older ones, you know, we really started like the catch-up shit, like, you know what I'm saying, got it tatted and shit, I got it tatted on me and shit like that.
Back, show that shit. You got the ketchup on the belly right there.
Tatted up, you know what I'm saying, regular shit.
Like, we're the older ones, you know, my older brother, we started it, and then like, you know, the younger ones just came behind us and just followed up and shit like that.
Now, I mean, did y'all grow up together?
Yeah,
we went to high school together. He graduated a year before me though.
Yeah, we both played basketball together on the same team, you know, he's playing sports and shit. This is my little brother, best friend, so he's been around. His best friend, that's his brother, you know. So we're all like, it's all like a tight-knit family at the end of the day. It's not like really like we're just friends, more like family.
Now, Connecticut has always been in the shadow of New York. New York is struggling themselves to find their sound. I mean, like, do you feel like, you know, New York is kind of the reason why it's kind of hard for Connecticut right now?
Nah, I mean, New York is New York. Connecticut is Connecticut. I feel like Connecticut people just have to think outside the box a little bit more, like be willing to take a little bit more risk, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming out here to Miami, I never been out here before.
Put some money, you know what I'm saying? They gotta invest some money.
You gotta invest some money, like you gotta spend money to make money and shit like that, you know? You gotta just make moves, meet the right people. I feel like no matter where you're from, you could, as long as you put your mind to what you wanna do, you could do it, and that's really what like Catch Up's about. Like that's what we stand for, like just catching up to your goals and living your life the right way, like the positive way. Like to stay positive and shit like that.
Right. Now, Connecticut, the culture, I mean, the slang, you know, the way people dress.
Shit is sick.
What's the differences between y'all and NY?
Differences, I say we're much more vintage. We like to do a lot of vintage shit. Like, I know you see right now, like...
Got the old FUBU on.
I got the old FUBU out and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to rock, I mean, personally, I like to rock vintage shit. Shout out Flight Vintage. They hooked me up with a lot of vintage shit. They in Hamden, Connecticut, so I feel like the culture for the fashion is a little bit different than how New York would be, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that.
What about the slang?
The slang, it's from all over. I feel like it's a little mixture from everything.
Yeah, we get
like,
the internet's kind of the internet, it's like Chicago has such a big influence and Atlanta has such a big influence that you hear people that never been to Chicago saying gang gang. It's just a part of speech now. You know?
As far as that gang shit goes though, like a lot of people in my city, like they feel like shit is like Chicago, but like you know what I'm saying, like it's not even near. Like you gotta look at the numbers and the stats. Like nothing like that be happening like where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? That's why we just about positive shit, cause like there ain't nothing to fake. Like you may get your money and you hustle and shit like that, but there's not really that much violence from where I'm at. So like all that gang shit, that shit out the window to us. Like we more on some squad.
There's only a couple people that did violent things from us.
Exactly.
But I mean, like,
couple people.
These days, you kind of, I mean, take K for an example. Like, he reached out to me 2 years ago, and I get hundreds of messages a day. But I'm using him as an example because you kind of have to do. I mean, negative shit travels faster than positive shit.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Absolutely.
So I mean, by y'all not pushing a negative note, it may take y'all a little bit longer. You know that, right?
Yeah, it may take us a little bit longer, but
we ready for that.
But we ready for that. You know what I'm saying? We ready for all the criticism. We ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like that we perfect. You know what I'm saying? For example, like you know what I'm saying? Like niggas, like I said, niggas hustle and shit like that, but you don't gotta be a tough guy to get your money. That's how I feel. Like you don't gotta be a tough guy to get your money.
And another thing is that I heard is like, it's like the quicker that you come in is the quicker that you gonna get out. So like we really take our time into all our shit and we really push our message in a positive way in different ways, and we really just trying to do something that's different from what everybody else has been trying to do.
We lead that other shit to the OGs and shit. The older heads, we lead that to them. Let them do that.
Yeah, we got the OGs. Our entourage is real. It's really real.
Yeah, we got music that's like a different sound than everybody too. It's not no regular shit that like sounds like everybody, so it takes longer.
Right, and that's what I meant to ask y'all, because I meet so many artists a day. I do so many interviews a day. I mean, what makes you so different? What makes y'all so different?
It's the sound of our voice, like the sound of our voice. I feel like it's kind of like a taunting flow. Like you know, we kind of like taunt motherfuckers in our shit. Like, cause niggas be trying to say shit that's not true, so you gotta let them know, you know.
Big fact.
And it's real catchy. It's gonna stick in your head. You know, you're gonna listen to it one time, you gonna remember that.
And a lot of like the new people who are really been making music, like they say shit just to say shit. You feel me? Like everything that I put out or that I'm putting into my music is gonna have a meaning, or it's gonna been something that I've been through. People really just been saying shit just to say shit, and yeah, that clicks. But to me, that's not real music. That's not gonna be there forever. Like I'm making shit that's gonna stay around forever. Like that's gonna be relevant 10 years, 20 years from now. You feel me?
That was part of the reason why I had stopped like making music for a couple of years, cause I was just going through too much. You know what I'm saying? With the loss of my great grandmother, the loss of my aunt, I just had to take care of some real life shit and just, you know what I'm saying? And now like I made sure I wrote down what I was going through so I could put it in my music and shit now, but a lot of shit, like it makes more sense now.
I'm really rapping because my cousin locked up too. That's a big motivation for me too.
Like my aunt who passed away, like she loved music. Tupac was her biggest inspiration, so that's one of my big inspirations too. You know, and just like that, like he was positive. You know what I'm saying? Even though he did have his negative, he was more about spreading the positive shit. You know, so that's where I feel like we fall into category like that.
Right, straight up. Now social media gives mumble rappers such a hard time. Lil Yachty, Uzi, Playboy Cardi, Famous Dex. The mumble rap wave, Lil Pump has definitely, you know, it's a whole new wave, man. But they're successful.
There's a whole new wave though.
It's funny cause like even though we feel like we sound different, I feel like you know, we can still get on songs with like I look forward to getting on songs with like people like Famous Dex, Rich the Kid, Uzi and shit like that. But it's funny because we got some motherfuckers in the town who were like say like that we're part of this new, like don't that they don't want to be associated with this new generation, and that we make music for the new generation. But like I feel like if you're not keeping up with what's going on right now, how are you supposed to last? You gonna get left behind. So like
that's why. I mean, that's another thing.
I think shit like that funny. I love music like that. I would describe our music like if you want to feel good, if you want to hop in your whip, do 150, like you gonna put some shit like this, like 150 on the dash. You gonna
with the cash in your hands.
Yeah, this is the music you want to listen to.
Either that or late night vibes.
Either that or late night vibes. You're gonna be sitting on the roof of your car looking up at the stars, just blowing one. You know what I'm saying?
That's another thing is about us is that we bring all the versatility.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of versatility.
There's people like who just stick to one thing and like they get so much criticism for it, like, oh, like that's not real music, da da da. Like, but when you dabble into everything and you're able to do everything with skill, then that's why not do it? Like, you feel me? Like,
and everybody here like has a different style, so the mix of our music together is
different.
Like whatever, I feel like anybody, if I was to talk to A&R or anybody out here who wanted to sign any of my people, they could find anything they're looking for their label within one of us. You know what I'm saying? We all bring different things to the table.
Now, one thing I tell groups when I interview them is groups don't last. And I'm just keeping it real with the biggest groups in the world, from Jackson 5 to TLC. Groups just never, it's something always wrong with groups. I mean, whether it's money, it's always a breakup. But what are y'all gonna do to keep the chemistry solid?
I feel like there's no falling in chemistry just because we're family. Like,
I feel like eventually though we'll all be doing our own thing.
Yeah,
that's the thing. We're not. I don't see it like we not a group. We a family.
Yeah, exactly.
We not a group. We like.
Cause like we
came up together.
Yeah, like
because we know
we've gone through most of the same shit together.
We know, I'm about to say, because a lot of, like you were saying, a lot of people break up, like a lot of groups break up over money or shit like that, or fame or show business like that, but we know what it's like to come from we came from growing up from basically nothing, knowing, spotting each other on getting food or going to a movie or going bowling or something stupid shit like that. So I'm saying, like, we just give each other more motivation to push each other into the future.
Like being the older one, I'm trying to just set an example for them, like for them to just follow up, you know what I'm saying? So as long as I'm doing what I'm doing and they following suit, we all gonna be straight.
Right, straight up. What artists do y'all want to work with in the future?
I want to work with Rich the Kid. I want to work with Tyga.
Fat G's.
I want to work with...
A lot of people, they hate on Tyga, but...
Yeah, nah, Tyga nice.
He does a lot of funny shit off the camera, but...
Yeah, nah, he had his little...
Most importantly, though, Wiz Khalifa, though. That's one of my big most like inspirations. Like that's one reason why I went and got tatted like up so crazy is because of Wiz Khalifa. Like ever since Ink My Whole Body dropped, you know what I'm saying? Like that was my shit right there. So we was all like when we was playing on the basketball team together, we were bumping Wiz Khalifa in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Before the basketball games. First blunt, I was smoking the Wiz Khalifa, you know.
Right.
So that's if I could work with anybody right now, I say Wiz Khalifa.
What can we expect from you in the future?
When we get back to Connecticut, you could expect us linking up with some people in New York.
Yeah, I got a couple features coming.
We got a couple features coming. I'm about to work with an artist, Young Fly Boy. He's in the studio with PNB Rock and PNB Mean right now out in Queens. My uncle does a little managing, so I'm trying to get in that loophole and just try to take more trips, you know what I'm saying, do more shows. That's really why I'm trying to get the exposure so I could get more shows, try to get on a little tour. I want to do like a little college tour, you know.
Straight up, it's about to be college season too.
I'm about to say, because we all started off working, but really Dre's been really like, he's been setting us up to giving us all opportunities, you know, to get us our talent out there. So now like we're starting off with something like just make it in the garage, making tracks to be able to help me make music, to get it put out there, to now we out in Miami right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just out in Miami right now.
Oh shit.
But like we just playing in New York, Philly, New Jersey. We just trying to just traveling.